Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. 4:49 p.m. Thursday afternoon. About to go in for the night shift. I work the morning shift. Now I'm about to go back. But before doing so, I do have a message. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Terrance Gangsta Williams. He's the brother of Birdman. Birdman owns or part owner of Cash Money Records out of New Orleans. So that's just for you all that, are not familiar with Terrance Gangsta Williams. The man served nearly 24 years in prison, got out of prison because he cooperated with the authorities as far as closing some murder cases. He helped to close down, or shut down, whatever you want to call it, some murder cases. So he cooperated, but the people that he told on were deceased. Didn't tell on anyone that was living. He never caused anyone to go to jail. No one ever got arrested as a result of, his cooperation. So now you have a lot of people that have a whole lot to say. You have a whole lot of people that feel like, well, it doesn't matter if he told on the deceased. Telling is telling. I strongly disagree. See, my thing about this is this. When you've been incarcerated, you do any and every possible thing that you can possibly do to get out of there. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what, you have people, nah, man, I'm going to just lay down and do my time. Bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Yeah, you'll lay down and do your time to a certain extent. Now, when I say doing any and everything that you can possibly do to get out of there, I'm not so much speaking of cooperating and trying to set people up and tell on somebody. I'm more so talking about, you got people writing the governor. You got people, when Trump was, allowing people to get out, pardoning people or what have you. You got people contacting the president, anything they can possibly do. Filing appeals, just whatever you can possibly do to get out. Who wants to be locked up, incarcerated around a bunch of men for the rest of your life? Never touch another woman unless you, fortunate enough to, have something going with the staff or, a female correction officer, respectfully. But that rarely happens. And even when it does happen, it's short-lived because somebody's always going to tell on you. Usually going to get caught. She's going to get walked off the yard and you're going to get transferred and you all never see each other again. But other than that, you'll never touch a woman again. You have a life sentence and everybody wants to make it like, man, I'm real. I'm going to just sit down and do my time. Man, I just like to send a shout out to Terrance Gangsta Williams for the simple fact, this man did like 23 years and 10 months, just shy of 24 years. No one ever got arrested. No one ever got implicated in the crimes that he was convicted of. And so now it's to the point to where I watch him quite often. And I can tell that he's actually hurt by the fact that Birdman, as I mentioned, CEO of Cash Money Records, one of the most successful record labels ever, probably the most successful record label ever, as far as an independent label. Sold over 1 billion records. Now that's including streams, downloads, and everything like that. But still, catalog is dumb crazy. I'm talking about if they ever decided to sell their catalog, I'm sure they would get 1 billion for it, at least. So there's all type of money. They printing money over there at Cash Money Records. That's Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj. They all come from Cash Money Records. So it just kind of gives you a brief overview to people that are unfamiliar with Cash Money Records. Once he was released, they didn't want to have anything else to do with him. Once Birdman found out that Terrance Gangsta Williams, his brother, real live blood brother, cooperated with the authorities, cut him off. The entire time that he was incarcerated, they took care of him. send him whatever he want, help put his kids through school, through college, whatever. He says it, whatever I needed. I could call and ask for 10, 15, 20,000. Boom, it's on my books. It's on my account the entire time. But now I come home, there's no red carpet, no limousine, there's no yacht, there's no jets, there's no Maybachs. I came home to nothing. Nobody gave me nothing. Now, he did say that his brother, who is the other owner, Slim, that's what he goes by, Slim, he helped him with some money when he first came home and helped him, he wanted to do a documentary. So he did say his brother Slim helped him finance it. But his brother Baby has nothing to do with him whatsoever. So now when you listen to Terrance Gangsta Williams, you can see the frustration. You can hear the frustration. He's like, enough is enough. I've been home. I can understand you're a little upset at me, but damn, bro. You just going to cut me off like this? You see what I'm saying? Now Terrance Gangsta Williams, he has a successful YouTube channel. He has like 120 something thousand subscribers, and he's doing very well, considering the fact that he's barely been home, a year and a half maybe. So he hit the ground running. But the thing about him, he had a name for himself. I'm Birdman's brother. So guess what? His channel grew quickly. Now that's no slight. That's not saying that he didn't work hard, he didn't grind, but the truth is the truth. His channel grew like overnight, and it continues to grow. So, he consistently has people coming at him, and then when he responds back to people, it's a problem. Even though I know that he's doing well on YouTube, $10, $12, $15,000 a month, that's cool. But when he thinks about all the millions of dollars that his brother actually has and generates, it's a sickening feeling. It's a sickening feeling for the simple fact that I helped to get this company off the ground. I put in the grunt work. See, a lot of people don't understand that when you have a company, when you start a company, and especially in the manner in which they started the company, they come from nothing to mud, for real, the streets. They come from the streets like for real, for real. Well, it's a whole lot of things that happen behind the scene that people don't see. So yeah, Terrance Gangsta Williams may not have been an artist on the label, but he's putting in that work on the streets to make sure that this label is able to sustain, get off the ground. No one, bothers the artist. No one tries to rob the artist. No one, if there's a beef, if there's a problem, he was the guy to go see. So people don't see that. He knows a whole lot of secrets. And when the feds, the authorities, or whoever you want to, address them as, wanted to know the information on Cash Money Records, wanted to know information about his brother, the same brother that has cut him off since, he's released, if you will. He never said anything. Never said a word. But now here it is, he's home, and y'all cut me off. And then you got another rapper that's in, was in the clique or what have you, and allegedly, he read it, but yet you continuing to support him, and he continues to be, part of the Cash Money family. You give him $1 million when he first comes home. Y'all pick him up, fly him on a jet, go wherever he needs to go, wherever he wants to go. But when I come home, I get absolutely nothing. And I'm your brother. So they've been having words back and forth. Birdman, sent him a text message that evidently he didn't like, because he stated that Birdman lightweight threatened him in the messages. He didn't really want to fully go into it, but he was like, my brother kind of sent me some threats or whatever. And Terrance Gangsta Williams feels like, hey, man, bro, watch it. Watch it, because you know what I know. You know what I know. And just in my opinion, rather, I think that ultimately he's going to get a check. He's going to get a check out of Birdman. For the simple fact of, look, bro, y'all already calling me a rat. I'll never disrespect you for the simple fact that you did take care of me my entire 24-year bid. But at the same time, man, leave me alone, man. You see what I'm saying? These guys are coming for me. So then when I answer back, it's a problem. You want to send me a message talking about, don't say this and don't say that. But yet you're not saying anything to them for shooting at me. Leave me alone. Because you know what I know. And I know that you know what I know. I helped build this company. And you sitting here and you just leaving me out to dry like this. So he really, really feels some type of way. But he knows that I really don't want to come forward and say anything. For the simple fact that, my other brother, which is, I'd implicate him just as well. You see what I'm saying? Because he's part owner of Cash Money Records. So I don't want to implicate him and, his brother that he doesn't have a problem with, that helped him when he first came home, Slim. He said that, he put in a phone call. Slim called him up and told him, hey, fall back. Fall back, man. You're doing too much. Fall back. So he tells Slim respectfully, big bro, I respect you, man, but he needs to fall back just as well. I ain't bothering nobody. He ain't doing nothing for me since I've been home. Everything that I have, I'm building on my own. You helped me out a little bit when I first came home, but dude, he ain't helping me out. You got these guys that are around him that are threatening him. You have guys, speaking of Baby, around him and his crew and his clique that are threatening his own brother, flesh and blood. Come on, man. Gangsta Williams ain't feeling that. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm on Gangsta Williams' side right there. I understand what he's saying. I understand exactly, how he's feeling. As I mentioned earlier, to me, the guy's a stand-up guy. Nobody ever went to jail. Now understand that it's rules to the game, man. You don't cooperate with the authorities. Man, people will say anything. A pair of lips will say anything. If you go and you take you walk through any prison and people doing life, this guy had a life sentence in the feds. And you walk through and you seek out, 20 guys. And the only thing they had to do was tell on themselves. Only thing they had to do is say, yeah, I committed that murder. Or I committed this crime, so that the case could be fully closed. And if you do so, we're going to let you out. How many people you think is going to do it? 20 out of 20 people is going to do it. Now, you'll say, okay, well, if you're cooperating with the authorities, as far as telling them and helping them close cases, but you're not telling on anyone else, you're admitting and saying that you did it. Well, you're not telling on anybody. But no, they saying that the street rules are if you cooperate, if you sit down with the people, period. That's what they saying. If you cooperate with the people, period, then you tell them. See, it's always additions added on to the street rules. You see what I'm saying? So now you can't even tell on yourself. If I tell on myself, if I say, okay, I committed 3 murders, and all of this stuff that I'm saying is like hypothetically. You see what I'm saying? So if I tell the authorities I committed 3 murders, now I'm labeled as a rat because I sit down with the authorities and work something out. See, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting very ridiculous as far as, people calling each other rats and people, man, dudes are trying to do, and I'm going to continue to say it, anything they can possibly do to get out of prison. Trust and believe. Them guys, man, that's locked up in the feds for life. In the feds, life is life. Some places in the state, life is life. Man did 24 years. 24 years. Never said a word. And because he found a loophole and he found a way to actually get another opportunity at life to go home and hug his mother who was still living, once he was released, his kids, his siblings, because he found a way and no one else was, implicated whatsoever. Y'all want to call the man a rat, talk to him all crazy, address him all crazy, but yet you all would have done the exact same thing. Matter of fact, 98% of the people, I don't know if I want to say 98% of the people, I want to say an overwhelming majority of the people would have told on their brothers. Yeah, man, this is how the record label got started. I helped fund the company. I helped do this. I helped later, I put in work. I did this. That man never said nothing. But y'all want to call the man a rat. 24 years in the feds that he did flat, straight. Salute, man. Definitely salute to you. I wouldn't pay no mind to anybody that's talking. I done heard Boosie talk. You supposed to lay down. You supposed to go do your time. Man, I did my time. I did 24 years. Now, if I told on somebody and then they came and got arrested after that, totally different situation. You know, all these guys got something to say. Whack 100, BG. Everybody got something to say, but they ain't did it a day. Actually, I'll take that back because they have done time. But I'm also say that if they were in his shoes and had a life sentence, they would have done the exact same thing. And nothing is gonna make me believe otherwise. And so I just believe that, you know, these podcasts, these YouTube channels is starting to get dangerous. It's starting to get dangerous. Because now it's kind of like having a YouTube channel and you're in that lane, the way you're talking about people and you're addressing people and you beefing with people. It's kind of like the music game was at one point, beefing on wax. At first, when the music game first came out, as far as rap music, LL Cool J, Kool Moe Dee, Houdini, they beef, but they beef on wax. You see what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane. So when they seen each other, it wasn't no problem. Maybe a couple, bad stirs, nasty stirs or whatever. Like, yeah, you know what it is. But it wasn't going to be no fighting. It definitely wasn't going to be no shooting. It was kept on wax. Then it went from that to just all-out war with the Tupac and Biggie Smalls. And everybody thought that it was cool to beef through music. Now, you don't even have to have talent, or you don't even have to necessarily be in the music game or in the rap game. Now you got guys that are having successful podcasts, successful YouTube channels, and they're beefing with the next channel. Nobody wants to get along. People are getting along, but the ignorance, see, it's always going to be ignorance. It's always going to be people that are jealous and envious. Oh, well, $1 million worth of game just because they got, they signed a big deal, whatever, they walked through that door. Now everything's about walking through the door. Now I understand that there is a door in every industry, but I don't believe everybody walks through that door that has become successful. Cameron and Mace, they walk through that door. Man, you got guys that are out here very, very successful. I look at Hassan Campbell. I don't agree with everything that he says on his channel. I watch his channel. I'm a subscriber. Same guy that talked bad about Vlad TV all those years, but as soon as he had an opportunity to go on to Vlad TV, guess what he did? He went on to Vlad TV. So would you say he walked through those doors? So if Hassan Campbell had an opportunity to sign a $100 million deal, a deal similar to what $1 million worth of game signed with Wallow and Gilly, would he sign that deal? You damn right he's going to sign it. Just people always have something to say because other people are getting more than them at that particular moment in time. Everybody's beefing with each other, but it's all envy and jealousy. That's all that it is, man. You getting plenty of money. You got 500,000 subscribers without even ever interviewing one celebrity. That's great. That's a great thing. Jay Williams proves that you can get on here and never talk bad about anybody and have a successful YouTube channel. Big Hurt over at Fresh Out Prison series. He's the same. He don't talk bad about people. You see what I'm saying? But everybody wants to get on here and beef with each other and talk bad about the next person for the simple fact, what does that do? It brings in views. But it's going to get dangerous, man. That's why I don't talk bad about people. I don't never know where my channel is going to go. First of all, it's just not in my nature. Secondly, I never know. What if I blow up one day? What if my channel is I have 400,000 or 500,000 views within the next, 3, 4, 5 years or what have you? So now I'm somewhere and somebody remembers that I done said something about them 3 years ago, a video that I'm not even thinking anything about. But again, I'm not even about that drama, man. Everything over here is positivity, but that was the whole basis of me, getting on here, saluting Terrance Gangsta Williams. See what I'm saying? We've been in communication a couple times, nothing major. He's on my Facebook list or whatever, friends list rather. If I send him a message or something like that, he'll send me a message back always. Or he might hit me up from time to time. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? You good? You see what I'm saying? But man, all this negativity, and there's no sense of me saying, oh, well, let's stop the negativity. It's not going anywhere. Negativity sells. It definitely sells. But I would encourage people, leave that man alone, man. He got 24 years for a reason. Now, I understand, younger guys and people don't care about what he once did, and he's not in that lifestyle no more. Matter of fact, he goes by Terrance Civilian Williams. He's not even Terrance Gangsta Williams anymore. But I would just say, leave the man alone. You know what I'm saying? He did his time. The man ain't no rat. People gonna say what they gonna say. Your opinion is your opinion. But Birdman them, they might want to cut that man a check, man. You see what I'm saying? Because he getting tired of seeing all this money being, thrown around or whatever, and he ain't getting a piece of it. He's trying to be cool. He's trying cut that man a check, man. Give him what he's due, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive.